love those kids.
You slept with one of the boys, didn't you? The movie begins with a little girl narrating the story, acting like she's part of the plot, but that little girl ain't even specifically mentioned in the film, so it's an NPC thinking they're the main character. So basically what happened is one day at school, only one kid showed up to Justine Gandy's class because every other kid at exactly 2:17 a.m. ran out of their homes running like they're a Naruto wannabe and was never seen again. So the police get involved and they are dumbfounded because they can't solve anything because they are useless. And the one kid that isn't missing named Alex gets interviewed and he's all like, I'm just a boy. And Justine's like, hey, I just work here. I don't get paid enough for this shit. But because it was only her class that this happened, the parents then gather together in school to blame Justine and talk shit about her. Then we see it from Justine's perspective. So the parents are angry and they're like, we have no idea what happened, so let's take it out on her. But Justine tries to prove her innocence.
I love those kids.
You slept with one of the boys, didn't you? And nobody believes her. Then we see the Asian in the film and that's the school principal and he's like, hello, it ain't that deep. Just buy another kid from Temu. And after getting advised to lay low, she's like, yeah, whatever, it's Friday night somewhere, and buys not one but 2 bottles for herself.
Oh, she trying to be hammered.
Then she gets a call from an unknown number.
Hello? You take my son cause he got B+, he meant to be the doctor.
And when she's back home, somebody knocks on her door.
Hello?
So she check it out, but no one there. I eat ass.
So she's like, alright, square up. Yo, what is that? Is that pepper spray or a taser? What is that? So she wants to smoke, but turns out someone vandalized her car, calling her a witch, and it won't come off. Here's what I don't get. If you actually believe she took your kids, then why would you try to piss her off? Wouldn't you be scared and terrified that she might do something and just leave her alone? Anyway, Justine talks to the principal like,
I just want to work. I got bills to pay.
the parents don't like you, so you on break.
So about Alex, I want to whisper things to his ear.
That is not appropriate.
But I don't care.
You need to stop hugging the kids.
I do not.
Driving students home is not professional.
Wait, she drives the students home? That's crazy. I wish my teacher did that. Anyhow, the parents continue to keep talking shit like, look at that witch go. So Justine takes a shit in her car, sad, and starts crying. And when she reports the vandalism to the police, she sees her ex-boyfriend Paul again, so later that night invites him for a drink.
Remember when you gave me herpes?
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
Yeah, it was.
Then she asks if he's still with Donna, and he says they're not happening right now, so she gets all happy and begs him to drink, and they end up sleeping together. But the next morning, Paul's energy is off, as he gives off the vibe he regrets what happened and does not want to see her again.
Oh, he must have got the post-nut clarity.
Then Justine starts acting hella weird. She deadass waits for Alex to finish school, then follows his ass home. Like, girl, what are you doing? But Alex too fast for a stalking ass, so she rings the bell, and cause no one answers, she's like, alright, time to trespass and do some illegal shit. And with newspapers covering all the windows, she then sees 2 people dead still.
Oh my gosh.
Then she looks again like,
Are they meditating to Buddha?
then she calls the Asian principal up like, guess what I just did? And he's like, I'ma pretend you didn't say any of this for your sake. So Justine goes to get alcohol again cause she the alcoholic. Then this happens.
No, Zaddy. You slept with my man? He said he was single.
Liar.
Stop.
So Justine gets baptized with Hennessy as Donna blames her cause she got him drunk even though it was Paul that said they ain't together. And later she heads back to school and sees all her kids again all fast asleep.
This kid think he the Joker wannabe.
And it's just a dream.
Oh, the alcohol making her the Lulu.
Yep, she's definitely Delulu. The next day, Justine's like, screw it, I'm gonna go talk to him.
I just can't stop stalking you. Ew, get away from me.
What?
Don't follow me.
And she's like, damn. What you say, ho? And she ends up staying outside his place the whole night because she can't take no for an answer. Man, this is just peak unemployed activity.
But suddenly, this lady pop out walking like she in the Michael Jackson Thriller music video.
And opens the trunk of Justine's car and takes a chunk of her hair. But she already has such short hair, so wouldn't she notice a chunk of her hair missing when she wakes up? But the film doesn't want to explain and gives Archer's perspective instead, who's one of the fathers of the kids gone missing. So he replays footage watching his son be the Naruto wannabe who disappears into the bushes, and bro believes it's the teacher's fault acting like a Karen to the police, and at school, blaming Justine. And he believes it's her because he found out in Justine's past she got a DUI because she an alcoholic and was let go from a previous school she worked at. Okay, she likes alcohol and got fired from her last job. Okay, so you know that, but how do you connect that and say, therefore, 17 kids are gone missing? My kid's gone missing because she likes to drink. What? Then he dreams of his kid running away, and this time he tries finding him, but then gets so sad and then get the jump scare.
Oh, he looked like he shit his pants.
So bro takes matters into his own hands and asks the other missing kid's parents to see the ring footage of their disappearance. And what's funny about this scene is he asks her if he can see the footage, and she goes, no. So he's like, alright, I'll just wait for your husband and ask his nice guy ass. Then he sees the footage of their kid also being a Naruto wannabe, and look at the wife.
Oh, she not happy.
You just know she's gonna scold the shit out of her husband the minute Archer walks out. So bro finds out which direction their kid ran, and knowing which way his own kid ran, he circles a spot where they're most likely to intercept. And while driving, seeing Justine's car, he decides to go confront her.
I'm an alcoholic, not a witch.
All this happened because of your drinking problem.
How does alcohol make kids disappear?
I don't know, you tell me.
But then she sees the Asian principal running like the Naruto, who then tackles and tries to murder her.
Really? He's running right at you and you don't even scream or try moving away? Okay.
Hey!
So Archer tries to give him a cuddle, but Asian refuses, so he kicks him and then they start wrestling. And as Archer's getting choked, we get Paul's perspective. And straight away we find out bro's married to Donna and is trying to make a baby together, and his wife mentions to go to meetings in his spare time because of his drinking problem. Damn, he's married?
The naughty boy.
And one day while he's on the job, he sees a druggie acting sus, so he calls him out. Then the druggie runs off, so he chases him and gives him the K-drama back hug. And he's like, yeah, who's your daddy? Can I smoke some meth before I go? You got anything in your pockets?
No, sir, I do not.
So he checks, then gets stabbed by a needle, and scared he might have AIDS, he knocked the druggie out cold. Then this low IQ having ass realizes everything is recorded, so he's like, hey buddy, are you alright? And pretty much gives Crackhead a warning and lets him off, in the condition Paul doesn't see him ever again. Oh, and he tells his boss what happened, and guess what? His boss is his father-in-law, Donna's daddy, who tells Paul as long as the druggie doesn't file a complaint, he's fine, but if he does, Paul's screwed. Then getting a text from Justine, bro meets her and they start banging.
Now, I can't upload these scenes on YouTube, but trust me, someone's cheeks are getting clapped.
And when he gets back home, Donna asks where he's been, and I guess bro just can't lie.
I want a divorce.
The news spread and Donna's dad knows, and you'll look at his face.
Oh, he is pissed.
And to make matters even worse, bro sees the druggie again approaching the station.
Hey, I will kill you.
So he chases after him and turns his dash cam off.
Why is he acting like the druggie made him hit him and made him cheat on his wife? It's like, bro, you did that. That's on you.
Then we get James's perspective, and you must be like, who's James? It's the druggie, who's super broke and owes money to everyone, including his mama. And he lives day to day stealing, then selling what he stole to feed his crack addiction. Please, I need to sell this. No.
25.
Damn, you're already desperate for $5? Don't do drugs, kids.
And as he tries to enter someone else's home, we all know what went down as he got knocked out and gets a warning. But later, because he has no food or money, he sees a house with a bunch of newspapers, so he decides to illegally trespass to find some things to sell so he can smoke that crack. And when he finds some video games, turns out he's in Alex's house.
I'm sorry. But the parents are dead still.
So the crackhead steals all the spoons and forks, then gets greedy, so he heads down the basement. And guess what he finds? Oh my goodness, it's the 17 missing kids.
What the hell? Shit! Ah!
Then Alex's parents start moving like the Michael Jackson again, but Buddy escapes. So he sells the spoons, but then seeing a 50 grand reward for finding the missing kids, he heads to the police station to let them know, only to get chased by Paul, who's now trying to kill him.
So the poor druggie head to the bushes
And sees some weirdo waving at him. So creeped out, he heads to his $2 tent, and then he accidentally stabs the cop thinking it's the weirdo, but then tells Paul where the missing kids are, so Paul decides not to kill him.
Do you have AIDS?
I don't think so.
Yeah, he definitely has AIDS. Paul needs to change his name to the White Magic Johnson.
My dick hurts. Yeah, it is what it is. So Paul pulls up to Alex's crib and enters the premise, and next thing you know, when druggie starts
fiending for some crack.
Paul comes out acting like he's the crackhead and drag the druggie into the house. And we get Marcus's perspective.
Damn, how many POVs are there?
So it turns out the
Asian principal is gay.
Wait, so when we finally see an Asian in the film, he's gay? Like the only Asian in the film, and you make him gay too? Might as well make him non-binary and vegan while you're at it.
Slay, Marcus, yas.
So Marcus meets Alex's aunt Gladys, and while she looks like that, insists Alex's parents aren't well and can't come in person, so he mentions there was a welfare complaint, and yo, look at her face change. How do you not see this as the principal and go, yo, this is kinda sus?
Oh dear.
If we can't meet the parents, we're going to involve CPS.
Who made the complaint?
Which pretty much means, who's the snitch so I can find them and ruin their life?
But bro says he can't say and somehow isn't sussed out at all. And when Marcus is back home, his hubby hands him a plate of high cholesterol and diabetes. Listen, you can have this once in a while, but you eat this every day, you gonna look pregnant. So bro's chilling, then hears a knock on the door, and it's Aunt Gladys begging for some water, and finally bro is creeped the hell out.
Could I please have some water?
And he's like, yeah, nah. But his man's like,
Of course you can, sweetie. Of course you can, you sweet little angel. Now we're all gonna die because I was super nice.
and she's like,
Oh, what a lovely house.
as Marcus finally looks at her like how he should have looked at her since he first met her, then he looks at his hubby like, why would you let her in? She's cray cray. Anyway, Gladys starts fake coughing, then asks for a bowl to drink water like a weirdo. And look at this poor dude just smiling. He has no idea what's about to go down. So Marcus is creeped creeped out, and when he asks her to leave, he sees that she has his ribbon tangled on a stick. And then she cuts herself, then somehow manages to cut this dude's hair, and by the time Marcus tries calling the cops, she puts a spell on his ass and starts controlling him. Oh my gosh. Then she wraps the hubby's hair into the stick, breaks it, and Marcus ends up killing his own husband. Yeah, the scene's pretty bloody, so I can't show it, but I highly recommend you watch this film. Then this witch gets Justine's hair, tangles it on a stick, snaps it, so Marcus is now after Justine. So we all know what happened now that led to the gas station scene.
Don't just stand there, help me, shit.
So 50-year-old Naruto chases her, but gets tackled by Archer, and as she's running for her life, the store owner deadass says, "Get out of my store!"
Really? You clearly see a woman in danger running for her life and you're thinking, oh, get out of my store. Really? You know what? Just for that, I hope Justine stayed in the store and let Marcus burn it down.
Anyway, Marcus follows her and breaks her window, and she's like, ah! And Archer, seeing it all go down, chases after Marcus, then sees him get hit by the car. Bro's like, oh man, I wanted to do that. So Marcus is dead, and later Archer meets with Justine and apologizes because his dumbass thought 17 kids are missing because of her drinking problem. And by working together, he tells Justine the info he's got, and she finds out the spot Archer circles is Alex's house. And we see the last POV, which is Alex, a quiet kid that gets bullied by others on the daily, but he has a loving family as both his parents seem super sweet. Well, almost too sweet, as they let Aunt Gladys stay at theirs because they want to be a good Samaritan. Yo, is the message of this film saying bad things happen to good people, so don't be good? Because Marcus's husband tried to be good, and look what happened to him. Then Alex sees Aunt Gladys without her clown makeup, and god damn, she is chapped. But the dad reassures him that Gladys won't stay longer than a month, and later that day, as he gets bullied, his dad doesn't show up to pick him up from school. Uh-oh. And when the poor little kid gets home, his parents start acting hella strange. Zad! Then this witch pulls up and tries touching him, and he's like, back off. Don't be rude.
Don't be rude? You're the one that ruined a happy family and you're talking about don't be rude? Yo, if I'm Alex, I'm telling a homeless ass to get the hell out.
Anyway, she gets mad at him and says no dinner for you. Wait, no dinner? That's so mean. A growing kid needs all the food he can get. My mama would never say that. She just beat my ass Korean style. Then his aunt forces Alex to promise not to tell anyone about her by getting his parents to hurt themselves, and tells him if he snitches, she'll know and will make his parents eat each other. What's kind of funny about this scene is that when the parents are hurting themselves, he only screams out to the dad and tries to stop his dad while just letting his mom be.
Guess we know who his favorite parent is.
And now Alex goes to school during the day and feeds his parents during the night. Then one night Aunt Gladys manipulates him, saying she's unwell and to get better she needs an item that belongs to every single one of his classmates, and says if he does that she'll get better and will go back home. So being a gullible little kid, he steals the name tags of every single one of his classmates, and that's how all 17 kids went missing at 2 in the morning. And when Alex looks at Gladys, she's looking back like,
yes, we can start our own Sheen factory.
And this scene's just ridiculous. So when Alex is taken into questioning, Gladys puts some makeup on his dad, but look at this. He looks like a dead fish. So you're telling me the dad looks like that and can't even speak while Gladys just looks and acts weird overall and nobody found it sus? This town's detectives are complete ass. Anyway, bro now gotta feed his parents and 17 other kids daily, and we're finally in present day as Alex meets Paul, who's now a vegetable slave, and Alex meets the crackhead too. Then he's told by Gladys they'll be leaving tomorrow, so start packing and to not step over the salt. You know, I'm actually surprised Gladys didn't do anything to Alex. Maybe it's because she needed someone to give her more victims, or just someone to keep feeding them, but either way, I'm just surprised she didn't do anything to him. Meanwhile, Justine and Archer decide to enter, and I'm guessing they didn't call the cops because they already saw a cop car outside. Then Justine's like,
Paul Zaddy, is that you?
And when she steps past the salt, Druggy goes after Archer and Paul chases Justine. Then Alex also decides to randomly step over the salt, resulting in his parents trying to kill him, while Justine gets choked just how she likes it, and Archer gets choked too and sees the missing kids.
I noticed there's a lot of choking in this film.
I guess that's what the director likes, getting choked.
And not gonna lie, this scene was kinda copying The Shining. But overall, this film was so damn good, and the acting from every character was superb.
Harder, Zaddy.
And Justine takes Paul's gun and kills her ex, then kills the druggie too. Yeah, how you gonna explain that to the police? Like, yeah, I killed a cop because the cop was under a spell, you know?
Then the Archer tried to find his son, but gets the K-drama moment with Granny Wrinkles instead.
And she turns him into a vegetable slave. So Justine gets choked again, but Alex takes a hair from Gladys's wig, wraps it around a stick, and snaps that shit. Yeah, chopped witch, get the karma. Yeah, this scene was hilarious. Her running for her life while entering random people's cribs and just screaming.
Peak cinema.
Imagine trying to explain to your insurance company all your windows broke because 17 kids ran into it. Then she gets tackled and the kids start eating her. And once Gladys is dead, Archer goes back to normal while Alex is seen hugging his parents. And Archer finally reunites with his vegetable son. Wait a minute, his son was the kid bullying Alex at school? Yeah, I don't feel that bad for the kid now knowing he was the school bully. And the saddest part for me was hearing from the narrator that Alex's parents are still being fed soup somewhere. Like, what do you mean they don't turn back to normal? So what, they're a vegetable forever now? But the film ends on somewhat of a good note, saying some of the kids started to speak again.
Overall, I think this is the best horror film that I've seen in a very long time, and I guess you can't really call it horror, it's more of like a thriller kind of movie, but hey, from the plot to the acting to the cinematography of showing different POVs from different characters, I think was very exceptional and very good. Now, this is the first time I'm covering a horror film on this channel, so let me know your thoughts, and if this video does well, I'd be happy to, do more in the future, and if not, I'll get the message and we move. Thank you so much for watching. It's been your boy KC, and yeah, till next time.